At 9:30 p.m, a call from police. He was last seen in the water.
Unfortunately, when you're a lifeguard, whether you're on duty or off duty, you're always working.
Off-duty lifeguards Mario, Reidy and Singlets have joined Luke for a mass rescue. The boys have left the girl on her own further out. Mid-afternoon, and Luke is having no response from a group of kids swimming towards a rip.
I was sitting down on the rip and I could see what was going to happen, trying to megaphone them across to keep going back onto the other side of the bank because they were just drifting into the massive rip.
That group of swimmers in front of me here, guys, go across.
They didn't want to listen. They were kind of, yahooing and just not paying attention. Next minute they were in the rip.
These guys are swimming on a sandbank near backpackers. Luke's tried to direct them back to the bank and they've swum exactly the opposite way and just swam straight into a howling rip at backies.
If the boys follow Luke's instructions, a rescue is avoidable. Reidy and Singlets, both off-duty, are instinctively drawn toward the escalating problem of 6 people in trouble.
I'm just down here having a swim. Also, Singlets' day off, yeah? We like to hang it. Well, it's the beach. Who doesn't love coming to the beach on their day off? So I walk into the tower, and like Bondi does, it just erupts. Singlets said to me, should we go? And I went, who knows?
Another off-duty lifeguard, Mario, who is on his lunch break, joins the chase.
I've gone out and just tried to assess as I'm paddling out who was the worst swimmer, who had to get first because they're all wanting help.
Unaware he has backup, Luke prioritises who to save first.
So I just kind of told them just to stay calm, just relax, someone's coming.
The boys have left the girl on her own further out. Luke is anchored down by 2 of the boys hanging onto his board.
Just stay afloat, I'm coming. Stay afloat, you're right. Just stay better. David, be up.
3 more swimmers need rescuing. Reidy backs up. Luke drags his 3 onto the sandbank. The others finally follow the instructions they were given earlier on the megaphone.
Let's go straight in.
Singlets and Mario stand down. As soon as they're safe, some of the boys are emboldened with an attitude change Reidy does not appreciate.
Even then, once we got the other ones in, they'd quickly forgotten how much, panic and trouble they were in.
At least one of the group recognises the seriousness of the situation.
All of a sudden, I feel couldn't touch the ground, and then all the boys were going up front, and I'm like, guys, help. I don't think I can get out, help. It was horrible. I thought I was gonna die.
Half of us got caught in it, and then they needed to get rescued back.
You could swim.
I swam back, but then we had to go back for the girl, and they just left her. It was funny, but How was that funny? You killing your girl?
I didn't die. I swear to God, we're just drowning. I swear to God, we didn't see anything. All that was happening is just waves over our head. Just that was no but. I'm never doing that again.
Not everyone follows the rules and swims in the flags. It gets frustrating when there's a lot of people down here, and you don't want to devote your time to people who are wasting it.
At 9:30 p.m, a call from police. Lifeguards are back on duty.
A drunken swimmer's gone in and he's never come out.
Letting everyone know that the lifeguards go home at 7 o'clock. If you go in the water and you get into trouble after 7 o'clock, you're on your own. There is no one to help you. Once again, to all the swimmers out there, guys, the lifeguards are finishing up for the day. I recommend you call it a day and come back tomorrow.
Massive crowd on the beach for pack-up today. Probably be here at least an hour overtime.
Deano's been on duty for 12 hours and still conducting rescues. If lifeguards leave now, lives will almost certainly be lost.
It's frustrating because, we were meant to go home an hour ago. Told them already, if you don't drop people twice,
Oh, your boys are starting to get a little bit frustrated, you know, it's a long day and people just aren't listening to it.
You're rescuing the same people in the same spots. It's like they just don't listen.
It's just frustrating, you know, you're doing it for them and they don't even really respect it or give a
Boys, let's just go. Let's not watch them anymore.
Yeah.
We'll be here till 9 o'clock if we keep watching.
The beach is now officially closed. There have been scores of warnings, yet people still swim in rips.
If I did leave now and went home and someone, went after I was gone, I'd still feel pretty guilty.
Now it's time for them to enjoy a beer.
My day's been massive. We've had rescues all day and probably one of the biggest crowds I've seen for many years. So, I thought after that Friday night, come and have a beer.
But old habits die hard. Hoppo and Reidy are back on the job. A couple struggle 100 metres out. Hoppo and Reidy paddle out in near darkness. Reidy picks off one swimmer. Hoppo rescues 2 more. The couple had been given numerous warnings by lifeguards earlier that afternoon.
Like the sand just went down. And we just kept going like... We can't even have a fight here.
We were like, we're gonna be the stubborn people that's gonna die, and we almost did. That was scary.
Listen to the lifeguards. Listen to the lifeguards.
Yeah, seriously, listen to the lifeguards.
It's probably lucky that Reidy and I said we'll go and have a beer, because if we weren't having a beer, we went home, there'd be no one there for them. They would have drowned for sure.
Hoppo and Reidy finally go home. But at 9:30 p.m, a call from police. Lifeguards are back on duty.
I had the biggest day ever, and I just got home and had some dinner, and I got a call there's a chopper down here searching for a missing person. A drunken swimmer's gone in, and he's never come out.
They both went in.
Yeah.
Both went in and one come out.
I've been on the drink all day, and all from last night and all day. Come down for a swim, and never come out of the water.
So I'm pretty upset, we were here to 8:15 tonight. We did loads of rescues, it was getting dark, and we warned people over and over.
Oh, yeah, affirmative, thank you. Yeah, thanks for your assistance. They've had a look at the shore. They've also had a look at the cliff face. Yeah. They've not been able to see anything.
Postponing.
At 10 p.m, the search is postponed.
I guess we'll sort of take us as it goes in the morning. If he's still missing, then it's more of a body recovery, which will be not nice at all.
It's an absolute tragedy if something has occurred here, but weighing up all the options, they told me he was a good swimmer. Yeah, sure, he'd had a gut full of piss, but mate, I reckon he's somewhere else.
Next morning, Deano gets a phone call about the missing swimmer.
Yeah, mate, I guess it's the best result. It is frustrating, but happy not to be looking for a body this morning. I'll pass it on to you, John. He's all right, boys. One of those days where we walked away and said, we're lucky no one died today, and to get the call to come back and look for a body was pretty hard to take, and then to find out he was drunk and irresponsible and he's turned up at his mum's house. It's really, I don't know how to take it. I guess I'm glad he's not dead.
It says it all. It was a hot day. The 1st of January, they got blind, they've gone for a swim and missed each other.
Well, he left his clothes on the beach. I guess you would, he's gone missing and just disappeared.
Did he walk home through Bondi on New Year's Day in the nude and not even know about it?
Blood sort of boiling out of the water around him.
Random guys come up and said, look, are you guys lifeguards? And me and Troy said, yeah.
He yelled something like shark.
As the day draws to a close, Terry does a final scan of the surf. Less than an hour after lifeguards have packed up for the day, a surfer has been attacked by a shark at Bondi Beach. The man is 33-year-old Glenn Augiers, a local surfer. His left hand has nearly been severed. It's the most serious shark attack on Bondi Beach in decades. Approximately 20 surfers were in the break at South Bondi when Glenn was attacked. Some bravely rushed to his aid.
There was blood sort of boiling out of the water around him, and one of the guys saw him and said that he yelled something like shark.
A bunch of us, like about 10 of us, all just put him on a softboard and carried him up the beach, and just waited for the ambulance. Pretty heavy.
Ambulance came. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Like these random guys come up and said, "Look, are you guys lifeguards?" And me and Troy said, "Yeah." They said someone's been attacked by a shark down at Bondi.
The North Bondi Surf Club hit the shark alarm, so I come out from dinner and headed across, and then everyone was running down saying a gentleman's been bitten by a shark.
It's been one of those summers, I think, boys, that they've been around, and with a shark attack in the harbour a couple of days ago, so it was just only a matter of time, I think.
2 French surfers were among the first to help Glenn.
Where did it actually bite him? Where did it
His head was cut at this level, and there is just the skin who take the end. You know, his arm, his arm was like that, and his hand was like that, and there is a big cut all around his arm. We saw all the muscles, all the bones.
Did he actually talk about the shark to you? That he didn't see it was too quick?
When you have a guy like that who lost his hand, you don't want to speak it about the shark. We just don't want to speak about it. I think he don't want to hear something about this shark because he saw this hand. And,
at the beginning he saw his hand, and so we just tell him to don't look at his hand, and just look at us and just speak everything.
Something hit him in the surf. He just caught a wave and he was going to paddle back out. When he realised that he had suffered some injury, he wasn't sure what the cause of the injury was, that he signalled to other surfers nearby that he needed help, and he was brought back to the beach.
I think summer's over for now, especially a lot of people are scared of sharks, and now that there's been a shark attack, hasn't been a shark attack since 80 years, so people are pretty scared.
Glenn Augius thanked all the surfers that came to his aid. Despite the best medical care, surgeons were unable to successfully reattach his hand.
He has a pulse and is breathing, but remains unconscious.
We put such a big effort in for those 13 hours of the day to make sure everyone goes home safe, and when you hear of something happening after hours, it can be devastating.
20 minutes after lifeguards gave final warnings and left the beach.
Guys, watch out!
3 young Chinese men went swimming in Backpackers Rip.
People take that risk, and I wish they wouldn't do that.
The men were rescued by members of the public, but one man remains unconscious. He's not breathing and doesn't have a pulse.
Just get back.
Off-duty lifeguards saw the commotion.
Mate, I was just after work swimming at Bondi and just seen the helicopter flying around Bondi, so I raced over, and sure enough there was a resuscitation in progress in the south corner.
Even if I was off duty, I still help people. It's one life. There is no price for that.
Paramedics resuscitate the man using a defibrillator.
I got a look at him as they were walking up the beach, and he wasn't looking real good at that stage.
He has a pulse and is breathing, but remains unconscious. It's unclear how long he was underwater.
We put such a big effort in for those 13 hours of the day to make sure everyone goes home safe, and when you hear of something happening after hours, it can be devastating. On pack up that night, there was only one small rip down south where Mario did the rescue during the day. The rest of the beach was quite calm and flat. So what I think happened was the 3 walked into where that small rip was, and then eventually couldn't stand up and started panicking.
Today, news of the man's condition has been relayed to the tower.
He's been in a coma for about a week, and they're flying him back to China today so he can go be with his family. So I thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, it's just as I said, it's a fine line, you know, when you come down the beach and play in the water. Life and death. Well,
that's pretty heavy. Hey? Yeah. It's heavy. Yeah. You boys did a good job though.
Yeah. You know, pretty sad.
The man isn't expected to survive. Mario was the last lifeguard to leave the beach, just minutes before the man drowned.
Yeah, I wish I could help him before, you know, like, it's very sad. this moment got me. I don't know. I had quite a few, in the years of lifeguarding. I don't know why. It's just so close, like it's very touching.
The man's wife and daughter helped police circulate a description. Off-duty lifeguard Mitch also joins the search.
I was ready to get in the water and, if I had to, go and retrieve a body.
8 p.m. A major search and rescue operation is underway. Lifeguards are off duty, but Whippet has been called back in to help.
After looking at his clothes on the ground, no one's going to leave the beach without their stuff intentionally, and they're sitting right in front of the worst rip.
He's travelled from Vietnam with his wife to visit his son and daughter. It's his first time at Bondi.
I was ready to get in the water and, if I had to, go and retrieve a body.
I mean, yes, it could drip. Like, rips can take fast, but there's not many rips at the moment that are going outwards. They're all kind of going across.
Knowing how the water was moving, I was helping guide the helicopter around the bay, saying this is how I think the water would move, and if it was a floating body, then where it potentially might be.
The man's wife and daughter helped police circulate a description. Off-duty lifeguard Mitch also joins the search.
Asian, with chubby build, with sort of knee-length black.
The man's clothes remain untouched in front of Bondi's worst rip. Daylight and hope are rapidly fading.
When you think you've lost someone for that long, you're probably going to find a body, and for their family that would have been so traumatic. It all started to point towards a bad outcome.
Missing man Gwyn Vun Hein doesn't speak English, but his daughter Ty does. Whippet comes up with a plan.
I said, go up and use our PA system and try and speak to him in Vietnamese.
Nguyễn Văn Hành, nếu con đang ở trên biển, hãy lên bờ và đến gần tòa nhà Lifeguards.
Ty's father Gwyn has now been missing for almost 3 hours. As light fades, the search may soon be called off.
I was on the beach, obviously hoping not to have to paddle out and retrieve a body, but kind of ready to go, and then the next call that came through the police radio was, oh, we haven't seen a person, but there's a good size 12-foot so shark in the boot. It was literally just off the bergs. So obviously my concerns were high. You never want to think that someone's gone until you find them. So yeah, it was stressful. Mitch radioed me and said, mate, someone's come to the tower. And I said, I'm not taking the family up in case it's not him. They'll be devastated. You've got to be very careful with the family not to give them hope that isn't warranted. And I've raced up in the buggy and this guy had a singlet on. He had no shirt on in the photo, so maybe it's not him. We've got him, it's going to be all good. I knew we had him, and your heart rate drops instantly and it's like a big weight off your shoulders. It's a huge relief when it works out for the best.
My mother was like, yes, it's him. Luckily, we found out that it could be different if something bad happened. She was so happy to see him. He was like, where have you been? And he didn't expect the helicopters was looking for him.
Like, the immediate reaction of the family is just pure relief and joy, I guess, and happiness that he's been found. But it also quickly kind of turns to like, where have you been?
My mother was like fighting him. We were waiting here for 3 hours. Where the hell are you going?
Ty's mum was, yeah, she was letting him have it. Yeah, I think Ty's dad's in the bad books for a little while.
I just feel, thank God he back, thank God, like we finally can see him again. Yeah.
A week after her father was found, Ty returns to Bondi. Her parents are back home in Vietnam. But what happened the night her father went missing?
When I came back here, I saw the beach and it's still the beach, but for me, it's like unforgettable memory for me and for my family as well.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Yeah, a bit less stressful today, huh?
Yeah.
How's your dad? He's good?
Yeah, everything back to normal.
Where was he?
He was like around the bar to the McDonald's.
He went to McDonald's?
Yeah. Like he said that he heard me like speaking.
Oh, on the speaker, yeah.
He heard his name. I so appreciate.
Nah, that's all right. No worries. That's what we're here for. I'm glad in the end that he was safe, and
yeah, I appreciate.
Hopefully your mum gave him a smack for being naughty and disappearing on everyone, huh? And remember, next time your dad comes, tell him to swim between the flags, all right? See you later. Bye-bye. Ty's dad went to McDonald's. It's like there's police and ambulances and jet skis and everything looking for you, mate, and you didn't even bring us back a cheeseburger.